Hello everybody, this is Douglas from Other Than Intended Purposes. We are out at the park today. It is actually getting kind of late, so if I'm a little bit darker than usual, that's why. I have two things that I want to show real quick. Neither one of these are going to be an extensive review because I've really just got both of them and I have to spend time with something before I will give an opinion on it. The first one is a knife that I won in a drawing, and this is the Lightbringer by Glow Rhino. And mine came with something that the originals didn't. Where'd it go? Mine came with a... This is now going to be a collector's item because he changed his channel name and his nickname. He is no longer Stevie Wonder Woman because he got yelled at for using that person's name or that character's name. So he's now just said Stevie. But so I have...
Copyright infringement.
Yes. So I have one of his old stickers, and this is a collector's item, and he stuck that in there. That's who I want it from, and I want to send out a very big thanks to him for sending this to me. Now, this is a knife that I will be 100% honest, I would normally not have bought simply because it is way outside of my normal price range. These are customized knives, and I almost wish that it was darker so that you could see, but right here, hey Jack, come here.
What's up?
Right here in the thumb stud,
Yeah.
and right there. Show those up on the thing. Inside the thumb stud, Jack will show you this now. Focus, down a little. There we go. Focus. Inside the thumb stud and on the spine, there are tritium inserts, and those are very low grade, like not going to affect you. It's lower grade radiation than the sun is. Irradiated bits that glow in the dark, and they last for several years, and that's really cool. But that, added to the fact that it's not a cheap knife to start with, bumps this up into the $150 range. Oops, I just failed on the flip. There we go. But that being said, that is a really nice, really nice knife. Now, this is a steel that I know is listed as one of the super steels, but this is the first time I have ever had Nitro V steel. Now, in the short amount of time that I have had it, the detent on this is a little light. So if you're trying to light switch it, you can fail just because it's a little light. Now, if you're pushing, if you push button it, you'll get it every single time. So you push button, it goes every single time. Light switch, the detent's a little loose, and you got to put a little flick in it to make it work. So I generally push button anyway, but it's light switching is a way of testing the detent. The honey badger that I had out in the last video, you could light switch that sucker and you couldn't fail it on purpose. Now this is a textured G10. It's a really nice texture. It's grippy enough that I don't feel like it would slip out of my hand. You know what? Pushing button does not help if you have your thumb in front of it and it stops it. There we go. But it's got a really good finger guard in there, and it's got some light jimping up here behind the thumb stud. That this does feel pretty good gripping it. Now, I have Mondo hands. And if any of you are familiar with the BK series of knives, the Becker series of field knives, by K-Bar. You're familiar with the BK, the large BK scales. When I grab onto a set of BK scales, I am filling that sucker end to end. So I have a big hand. And I'm wrapped around that. I mean, I'm almost touching the palm of my hand with my fingertips. That's not a small knife. So doing that means that I've got big hands. This is a little slender for my grip for hard use work, but this, I wouldn't use this as a hard use knife. I am going to do a better review on this later after I've had a chance to use it more. But that's that for now. And once again, thank you, said Stevie. I got your name right. For sending that to me. I won that in his live one night. I also won this knife, but I won this one from a veterans group that I belong to. I'm not getting into the politics. I am not going to get into the politics at all. But veterans understand what the cost of war is, especially combat veterans. And a group that I belong to that is all combat veterans was raising awareness for the refugees in Ukraine. And there was no cost involved in it. It was mostly go here and show support. Well, it turns out that going there and sharing support was an entry, and I won this knife. And this knife was made in the Netherlands. No, in Ukraine. Where the hell did Netherlands?
You have a knife that you got that a friend mailed from the Netherlands. Not too long ago.
A friend of mine from the Netherlands mailed me something recently, and that's why that's on my mind. This was made in Ukraine by BPS Knives, and this is the sheath that came with it. It came as a dangler, which I really like danglers. It did come with this ferro rod, and it is tight. I haven't used this ferro rod yet. It is tight. The wood mostly matches the handle. It's the same species, but cut from a different piece. But I added the bungee cord because once I've started using this, it's going to want to fall out, and I like bungee cord on mine. But this is I think they said it was 1065 steel, a little lower carbon than my Beckers and my tops, but still a really durable steel. Good. It has some flex to it, so it won't chip out, it won't break. I have been using it for light duty stuff so far. I haven't gotten out into the woods because of weather and health, but this is not a small knife. And it is very well made. Now, people that know me know that the Tops Bob is a knife that I use all the time, and this is also one that a lot of people have. A lot of people have at least held. So for size comparison, going cutting edge to cutting edge, it is about a half an inch longer, but it is also just a little hair more belly to it. I hope you can see that. I can't see the camera thing from here. Has just a hair more belly to it, but it is very similar shaped. It's a little bit lower on the Scandi. It is a little bit thinner, which makes this very slicey. I have used this for food prep actually. I want to tear up some wood with it. I just haven't had the chance yet, but I have used this for food prep. It is very slicey. The handle is a little more rounded. But it is really a smooth transition. There's no sensation of crossing from the wood to the spine. It is full tang. These are removable screws. You do have a lanyard hole. All in all, this is a really well-made knife. And all I could find on it was it said that it was carbon steel equivalent to 1065. So I don't know what exactly that is, but that's like I said, these are not in-depth reviews because I haven't had a chance to use them, and I don't like to do that. This is more of a, ooh, that was bad.
Cut your cloth?
Yeah, I did. I was trying to put it in here, and it slipped out of my fingers and cut my shamag. Oh well.
Better your cloth than you.
Yep. Really well made sheet though. This is nice thick leather. Had such a good smell pulling this out of the package. So that is something that will be reviewed more in depth once I've had a chance to do that. Just letting you know what I've got. And I wanted to just put something up to let you know that I'm not dead yet, because some days I have to double check. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Get out into the woods. The best equipment in the world does you no good if you don't know how to use it. So get out and practice with your gear. Have fun, enjoy the woods. And I know I said this in a couple of other videos now, but a friend of mine, Zach, has been starting this. He doesn't get any money for it. He doesn't get anything from it. He just wants to spread the word. It's DKSF. DSKFS. The letters are hard. DKS. Do something kind for someone, damn it. So just if you get the chance, it doesn't have to be a big deal. It doesn't have to be involving a lot of effort or money or anything. Just a kind word. Hold the door for someone that's got their hands full.
Check up on a friend you haven't heard in a while.
Just do something. You never know. The smallest thing that you do could relieve that little bit of pressure. You never know how far-reaching that can be to maybe actually do some good in the world. So get out there, enjoy life, be in the woods. It's much better for your health. Bye.